last-ditch attempt to reclaim some momentum, Browning pitched a project that would borrow from two of his biggest hits, Dracula and London After Midnight. It's difficult to go into much detail without revealing a crucial plot twist, but it's basically a murder mystery in which the main suspect is a vampire. Count Mora, the undead suspect, is played by Bela Lugosi, who pretty much reprises the role he played in Dracula. In case you're wondering about the strange wound on his temple, the script originally insinuated that prior to rising from the grave, Count Mora had engaged in an incestuous affair with his daughter, leading to her murder and his suicide. The studio had Browning on a short leash at this point, and the reference was edited out. From 1935, here's Mark of the Vampire. Mark of the Vampire, while not a hit, was marginally successful, but Browning's star was once again on the wane, and this time for good. He directed two more forgettable films for MGM, but was allowed to linger on working on odd script treatments here and there. Ultimately, he was relegated to the writing pool for a mere $200 a week. He left the business for good in 1942 and never looked back. He sought no biographers, penned no memoirs, and following the death of his wife in 1944, became something of a recluse. His last months became nightmarishly like one of his films. A lifelong smoker, Browning contracted cancer of the larynx, requiring radical surgery that left him a mute. Then a stroke left him severely debilitated. When he died in 1962, his will stipulated that there would be no wake, no funeral, no respects paid, or even wreaths laid on his grave. But he did request one thing, that an old drinking buddy named Lucky sit with him for the night and polish off one last case of beer. For TCM Underground, I'm Rob Zombie.